This is Rahul Krishnan, Assistant Professor, Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, RIT. So, today we are going to discuss about the fifth unit of wireless networks for third years, and which is Introduction to 4G and beyond. Right? So, while talking about 4G network, so 4G is nothing but fourth generation of mobile communication, and it is a broadband based cellular networks, and we know this is a successor of your earlier networks called 3G. And if you are talking about the different applications of this 4G networks, we are using that 4G for mobile web applications, and we know it is for IP telephony where the packets are transferred through internet in terms of packets. So we know about VoIP, voice over IP, it's work on this 4G. And we have gaming services nowadays. We are most of the people are playing internet games, so we need high bandwidth. So 4G can offer that large bandwidth, and especially which provide high definition mobile TV. You can watch high quality videos through mobile phone by the help of these 4G networks. And obviously we can use this high speed 4G network for video conferencing for better clarity and speed, and 3D television. So these are the common applications of 4G networks. And if you're talking about the evolution of 4G, after the 3G is uh, ruled for the past decades, now we get into 4G technology. The first release of 4G is nothing but LTE, 4G LTE, that is a long-term evolution. And after that, after a period of time, again they optimize the uploading and downloading speed, and that is the release 2 of your 4G network. We called it as 4G LTE advanced, right? So later on, if you are talking about what are the different aspects of what are the features we added to 4G, and then what are the features removed from the background technologies like 3G and 2G. Now, if you are talking about the kind of features, 4G does not support circuit switch services, but it support internet protocol, that is IP based communication. So why means if you're talking about 2G where the voice calls will be transferred, we call it as circuit switch services. And coming to 3G, which support both circuit switch services, that means it carries a voice signal, as well as it support data services, that is your packet based services. So 3G support both circuit switch as well as packet switch services, but coming to 4G, it totally avoided that circuit switch packets where the audio call as well as your internet packet, that is your data services, both will be carried through IP packets through internet, right? And for the 4G, we are using the frequency band different from your 3G. For 3G, we are using nearly 1800 megahertz to 2100 megahertz frequency band, and 4G it is nearly 2.4 to 5 gigahertz frequency. Now, in 4G, we are using the modulation schemas OFDM, and this OFDM can provide a speed up to 18 Mbps. So the speed offered by the 4G is nearly 100 Mbps, but in case of 3G, it is only 2.1 Mbps, right? And the 4G is achieving this kind of high bit rate. This is because of by using the technology like smart antennas as well as a MIMO concept. So by combining the smart antenna as well as this MIMO concept, the 4G can offer a greater bandwidth as well as better quality. Now I am quickly going through the kind of mobile communication generations. As we know, analog communication, that is AMPS, which launched in, that is your 1G communication, that launched in 1981, that is purely analog communications. And later on, after 10 years we waited, then we get into digital transmissions. We called it as 2G, that is your GSM architecture, then that is in 1992. Again we waited nearly 10 years. It comes to 2011, we support both audio as well as multimedia services. So that is your 3G, that is implemented in 2001. And later again nearly 10 years we waited, and finally in 2012 we released 4G, that is a broadband technology, high speed data transmission. Now this is a quick overview about that 4G networks in India. So on 10th April 2012, the 4G was first implemented in India, which the telecom company named Bharati Airtel. So they launched first 4G network in Kolkata, one of the metropolitan city in India. That is TD-LTMA technology, LTE technology, that is time division long term evolution technology they implemented. Likewise, Aircel, Qualcomm, Ticona, different vendors start implementing 4G technology in different states of India. So this is the roadmap of the technology 4G implemented in different part of the country. Now, if I am talking about the advantages of 4G technology, so 4G technology provide broadband access. That means we are getting maximum bandwidth, so we are getting a larger data rate, and it is affordable cost. For the last few years, if you are talking about a 3G data packet, we are spending some huge amount of money for getting 1 GB of data. But at the same cost, now we are getting every day we are spending 1 GB data. So the whole month we are spending nearly 40 GB of data. But if you are looking into the last 2 years back, in the technology where we are using the 3G networks, we are using 1 GB for the whole month. So see the transition. So it is obviously affordable cost. And the third point is speed. So speed, obviously, it is one of the biggest concern in this 4G technology, because initially the 3G provided speed of 2 to 3 Mbps speed, but 4G is providing a speed up to 100 Mbps. So it is very high speed as compared to 3G. That's why it is supporting digital, that is HD videos through online. Then seamless connectivity, obviously, if it should not depends upon the existing towers, because whenever you are having an internet access, so your IP packet will be transferred through internet, so there is no congestion at all. And interoperation, yes, of course, it support interoperation, because the 3G is 4G is operating along with the existing technologies like 2G as well as 3G, because if your handset support 2G and 3G, and the antenna can able to receive your 4G, still it works. So it's not a completely a standalone technology, it is co-working with the other technology as well. Then you can able to stream online music and data access. You can go for high speed data access. Then photo sharing and multimedia sharing is possible through 4G. Now this is a diagrammatic representation of the seamless connectivity of 4G. So if you are talking, we have a centralized IP network. So the centralized IP network is connected to the existing technologies like 2G network, and here it is written as 2G plus. So 2G plus is nothing but existing 2G. Later on the 2G is getting upgraded to different standards, that is 2.5G, where you are having a GPRS facility along with 2G. Then 2.7G, where you have edge technology, where your data rate is slightly improved from your GPRS technology. So that is 2G plus 2G, 2.5G as well as 2.7G. That is your 2G's technology. Then to the IP network, your 3G UMTS technology. The 3G technology is connected. Then your wireless standards like WLAN. So we have HyperLAN 1, HyperLAN 2. Then your 4G as well connected to the IP based networks. Then some other wireless standards, short range wireless standards like personal area networks, wide area networks, and metropolitan area networks. Everything is connected, and this one is nothing but video, digital video broadcasting and digital audio broadcasting. So everything is connected to a common backbone network and IP based network. So your data will be traveled through the IP network, it goes to the destination. So all the technology is interconnected. So this is the seamless connections of this network. Now if you are talking about the vision, 4G vision, so the 4G vision is nothing but it can able to provide high quality voice. Your voice will be in HD quality. Then it can provide high definition video, so you can stream high definition video online, and it can able to provide high data rate wireless channels, so you can obtain a speed up to 100 Mbps. And so we can say the features vision is that magic in a sense, MAGIC. So M in a sense mobile multimedia. On the go you can stream your multimedias anytime anywhere, so you can access data anytime anywhere through online. And global mobility support, 3G support mobile IP, so you can go for mobility. and integrated wireless solutions, because 4G is integrated with all other existing technologies, so integration is still possible. Then customized personal services, but this 4G technology can be used for any customized application, so it support customized personal services. Now we are talking about 4G features as well as challenges, right? So if you are talking about different challenges as well as features, so first we are talking about the features and comparing the 3G network along with the 4G. So if you are talking about speed, 3G can able to provide a speed up to 2 Mbps, but in the same scenario your 4G can provide a speed up to 20 to 100 Mbps speed. And the frequency band we are used for 3G is that 1.8 GHz to 2.4 GHz, but in terms of 4G, the frequency band we are using is 2 to 8 GHz. And obviously your 3G supports circuit switched services as well as packet switched services. That means it supports voice call as well as your data services. In terms of 4G, all the data will be forwarded through IP packets, so 4G will not support your circuit switched services. Now the access technology we used for 3G is that WCDMA is one of the common access scheme used for 3G. But in terms of your 4G, we are using IFDM, orthogonal frequency division multiplexing. Right now, here we are using a multiple optimized antenna design is used for 3G to get the proper data rate. But in terms of 4G, in order to get high bandwidth and quality signals, we are using smart antennas and as well as MIMO concepts. This slide we already discussed, because the features, it's an overview that it support anywhere, anytime, any technology supported by your 4G. It support multimedia services at low transmission cost. That means we are getting a higher speed at a lower cost. Personalization is possible, and it support integration with the existing technology. Challenges. So 4G challenges are listed out here, and what are the solution provided there. So if you are taking multi-mode user terminals, so multi-mode user terminal is one of the challenges faced by 4G during the design phase. So to design a single user terminal that can operate in different wireless networks and overcome design problems such as limitation. For example, if you are carrying a mobile phone, that mobile phone can able to support 4G, and during the design of that mobile phone, the design should be like it will be portable, the battery size will be very limited, the antenna is designed in the fabrication phase itself. So if you are comparing all the configuration of that mobile system need to be supported in multi-mode environment. So this can be achieved. The solution provided by this particular problem is that if you have a software defined radio mechanism, so the software updation can able to automatically adjust its own parameters. That is called software defined radio. So if you are including the software defined radio framework into your existing handheld devices, so whatever changes happening in the outside, you can able to your software defined radio can adjust the parameters itself, so it can cope up with the existing problem. Now the second problem faced by one of the challenge faced by the 4G network is wireless system discovery. For example, if I am using a mobile phone, like I am going through different locations, I need to discover what are available networks available around me. So I need to continuously monitor the environment so that I can able to detect the available wireless spectrum. So in order to do that, doing such wireless network discovery is a challenge in 4G. So how they are proposing a solution for this particular challenge is that the system initiated discoveries with the automatic download of software module from different wireless systems, because they are putting a software module in your handheld devices, so it can able to monitor your wireless environment, and if there is any wireless network is available, we can able to download the software module from that particular wireless devices so that you can go for wireless discovery. Now the third challenge in 4G is that wireless system selection. Now your one of the phases so that you can able to find out what are the wireless system available around you. Now if you are having 10 wireless networks are available around you, which one will be selected for your communication? So selection of that wireless system is one of a challenge. So how to solve this challenge? The thing is that you go for QoS, that is quality of service. You are analyzing each and every available wireless systems, and you are going to assume that which one is best. For example, if I am having one Wi-Fi network is available, I am able to choose that network as my main channel. If I am using that, I need to make sure that the channel can able to give a good signal strength as well as good data rate. So the quality will be like the availability of the spectrum and the data rate, right? So based upon that, I will choose any one wireless network. Now terminal mobility. If you are another one problem challenge in your 4G is that when you are continuously moving from place to place, you need to update your location. So your mobility is a kind of problem you are facing during the updation, right? Now how to solve this terminal mobility problem means you have two mechanism called maybe you heard about soft handoff as well as hard handoff. So if you are moving from a local area into 3 different positions under your base station, then you can initiate a soft handover. There won't be any complex process. But when you are moving from your home network to some other area, that time you need to initiate a hard handover. So you need to impart some kind of mechanism to reduce the complexity of this kind of hard handoff. Now the other challenge is network infrastructure and quality of services, because you may be in IP based network or non IP based network. So when you are moving from one network to another network, the quality of services may change. So depends upon the infrastructure you can able to provide better quality. Now security, yes, of course security, but 4G is connecting to all other existing networks. So from connecting from one network to another network, each and every network having their own standard and protocols. So the security module provided for each protocol will be varying from one to one. So we need to have a common mechanism where all the wireless network can able to provide better security, because since it is a wireless channel, there is a possibility to hack your data. So that is one challenge. Now fault tolerance as well as survivability. So to minimize the failure of that occurs in your existing 4G technology, that is one of the challenge we face. So in order to change your, because once we are weighing from one network to another network, that means network having a heterogeneity property, because each wireless network having different kind of configurations and standards. So the failure can be happen from one network to another network, will be varying. So we need to solve this challenge, fault tolerance, right? Then we have billing system, because if you are using a 4G, that 4G we are having a SIM, that SIM will be either Airtel or it may be Idea. So the billing will be provided by their organizations. But we are connecting from one particular network to another particular networks. Their different vendors are handling different networks. So the billing should be in a common centralized organization. So because we need to pay amount for particular services and we need to pay another one for another one particular devices. So that should be not a unique process, right? So we need to properly account your billing process. Now these are the applications of 4G. First one is virtual presence. So 4G will provide a user at all time, because anywhere, anytime you can access 4G. So that is a virtual presence you are getting. Then virtual navigation, 4G can provide better navigation, because you are having MIMO concept and smart antenna, so you can provide a proper navigation available. Telemedicine we can provide, since you heard about nowadays a person who is sitting, a doctor sitting in abroad can able to control or operate, can able to handle an operation through online. So in that case we need to provide better quality internet connections. So your 4G can able to provide that facility, that is video conferencing. Even they can control your machine through online. So that is telemedicine is one of the biggest applications. Then tele-geo processing applications, they are using GIS, global information system, and GPS, global positioning system, can be used. Then education, obviously after 4G we know that there is a drastic amount of online courses available now, because since we are using in 2G, you cannot stream at least to YouTube, but nowadays you can see Udemy is there, Coursera is there, different online platforms are available, so that you can able to see high clarity videos, so you can learn from internet itself, right? So in education domain, 4G provide a huge change. So this is the overall view about 4G. So I covered the topics like introduction to 4G, then we look into 4G vision, then what are the features and challenges faced by 4G and the applications of 4G. I think you got an understanding about this 4G technology, and the next session we will talking about different 4G technologies and IMS architecture. So stay tuned. Thank you.